Hello everyone, welcome to Ai.FinNews, where we explore the most impactful news in the world of technology and finance. Today, we'll dive into the intense dispute between Elon Musk and Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, which is shaking up social media. The trigger? The announcement of the Stargate artificial intelligence project, backed by former President Trump. Musk questions its funding, while Altman defends it. Rivalries, politics, and the future of AI, all in this episode. Let's get started.
All right, so are you ready to dive into the world of AI?
Always ready.
Today, we're unpacking a rivalry that's making waves.
Ooh, a rivalry. Sounds juicy.
It is. It's Elon Musk versus Sam Altman.
Oh, wow. Those are some pretty big names in tech. What's the beef?
Well, you might think this is just your average Twitter scat, but it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
This feud is about power, strategy, the future of AI.
I'm all ears.
Okay, so to really get this, we got to go back a bit. Something called the Stargate Initiative.
Stargate Initiative? That sounds kind of familiar. Refresh my memory.
So imagine a project so ambitious, so potentially groundbreaking, that it's like the Manhattan Project, but for AI.
Okay, that got my attention.
That's Stargate, President Trump's massive $500 billion plan to make the U.S. #1 in AI. And right smack in the middle of it all is OpenAI, the company run by Sam Altman.
Ah, okay, OpenAI, so this is where things get interesting.
Right, so Altman and OpenAI are celebrating this huge partnership. But then you have Elon Musk with his own AI ambitions openly questioning the whole thing.
Wait, questioning it how?
Well, Musk basically said that SoftBank, the main financial backer of Stargate, they don't actually have the cash to pull it off.
Wow, that's a bold claim.
Yeah, and he even added this cryptic comment about knowing this from good authority, which, just makes things more dramatic.
Oh, I bet. So is Musk just trying to stir the pot here, or what?
Well, I think it's strategic. Remember, he's got his own AI ventures, like his company X, with their AI Grok, which is like a direct rival to OpenAI's ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So by kind of casting doubt on Stargate, he's trying to, maybe influence government policy his way, or at least undermine a competitor.
It's all about strategy, got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets even juicier. Altman didn't just stay silent. He fired back on X, publicly praising Musk's entrepreneurial spirit, but, firmly rejecting the SoftBank claim.
Okay, so a public back and forth, classic tech rivalry stuff.
Yeah, but then Altman ends his response with this subtle jab. He urges Musk to put America first in his role as an advisor to Trump.
Ooh, that's a good one. I see what he did there. A little dig at Musk's motives.
It's like he's framing this as a matter of national pride,
Yeah.
putting himself on the side of America first.
Clever move.
Then, to make things even wilder, Trump himself weighs in on this whole feud. He even hinted at Musk's hatreds.
Whoa, the president himself. This is getting out of hand.
It shows you how much this AI race matters, right?
Yeah.
Even on a political level.
Yeah, for sure.
But, and this is where it gets really interesting, this very public, very messy spat is actually part of a much deeper legal battle.
Okay, hold on. A legal battle. This is more than just trash talk.
So Musk was actually one of the co-founders of OpenAI,
Right?
And now he's suing them for control.
No way. This is getting serious.
Right, like all this public back and forth is just the tip of the iceberg. You can tell this feud, it runs deep.
So what else has Musk pulled out of his playbook?
Well, he dug up some of Altman's old social media posts, way back from 2016, where Altman was, criticizing Trump. It's like a personal attack, trying to paint Altman as a hypocrite.
I see. So it's getting pretty personal between these two.
Totally. But here's a twist. Despite those old posts, Altman has completely changed his tune about Trump. He's been publicly praising him and, showing support.
No, wow, that's interesting. Is that like a genuine change of heart, or is it just, strategy to get on the president's good side?
Right. It's hard to say for sure, but it adds another layer of, intrigue to this whole situation.
It's like they're playing 4D chess or something. What a tangled web.
Yeah, and it's not just a game, right? The stakes are super high.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the future of AI, maybe even who controls it globally.
Exactly. So to understand what's really going on here, we need to look beyond just the personal drama.
Agreed. Let's zoom out and get the bigger picture.
Okay, so let's move past the Musk-Altman showdown for a minute and dive into the economics of this AI race. How much money are we really talking about here, and what does all of this mean for, the global economy?
Buckle up, because the numbers are about to get astronomical. Remember that Goldman Sachs projection we talked about?
The one where they said AI investment could hit $1 trillion.
That's the one. And that was before things like Stargate came along.
$1 trillion. That's insane. I mean, I know AI is a big deal, but those numbers are just, wow.
It really shows you how big this whole AI thing is. But to really see where the money's going, we've got to break it down. A lot of it's going into what we call AI infrastructure.
Right? AI infrastructure, like what exactly?
It's like building the foundation for this whole AI future. Massive data centers, powerful computers, all that stuff.
So the digital equivalent of roads and bridges.
Exactly. Then you've got specialized hardware, advanced chips built just for AI, and don't forget the energy. All of those computers eat up a ton of power.
So it's not just about the software. It's like building a whole ecosystem. But what does this mean for the real world? How does AI actually impact the economy beyond just those big numbers?
Oh, it's already having a huge impact in lots of different areas. Take natural language processing, for example.
That's what powers things like ChatGPT.
Exactly. Computers understanding and generating human language.
Those chatbots that can answer your questions or even write stuff, that's all AI.
That's right. And this tech is changing everything. Customer service, marketing, education, the list goes on.
It's a little mind-blowing.
And that's just one area. AI is also making big waves in healthcare.
Healthcare? How so?
They're using it to analyze medical images, catch diseases earlier, even come up with personalized treatments. And in finance, they're using AI algorithms for all sorts of things, from spotting fraud to managing investments.
It's like AI's touching every part of our lives now. It's pretty exciting, but also kind of scary.
Yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it can make our lives better in so many ways. But on the other, there are some big challenges that come with it, like job displacement.
That's the one everyone worries about, right? Robots taking our jobs.
It's a valid concern. As AI gets more and more advanced, it's able to do more and more of the jobs humans currently do, especially in fields like manufacturing, transportation, and even some white-collar jobs.
So we all gonna be out of work soon?
It's not quite as simple as that. Yes, some jobs will be lost, but AI will also create new ones. We'll need people to design, develop, and maintain those AI systems. There will be a growing need for data scientists, AI engineers, you name it.
So it's more about adapting to the changes.
Exactly. The key is to prepare people for this shift. Invest in education and training. Give people the skills they need to thrive in an AI world.
It's like that saying, it's not the strongest that survive, but the most adaptable.
I like that. And that goes for companies and even entire countries too. This race for AI supremacy, it's global. The ones who can adapt the fastest, invest wisely, attract the top talent, those are the ones who'll come out ahead.
Speaking of the race, who are the main players right now? We've talked a lot about OpenAI and Musk's X, but are there any underdogs we should be keeping an eye on?
It's a constantly changing landscape, new players popping up all the time, but there are a few to watch. OpenAI with ChatGPT and their close ties to the government, they're definitely a frontrunner.
And Musk and X with their AI, Grok.
Musk is a master at shaking things up, and he's put a lot of his own money into X. Grok is really impressive, learns fast, adapts well. Some experts think it might even overtake ChatGPT eventually.
So it's a close race between those two. But what about the giants? Google, Microsoft, Amazon. Are they still in the game?
Oh, absolutely. They've got the money, the data, the brain power. Google especially, they've been quietly making some big strides, integrating AI into pretty much everything they do.
So it's like a battle on multiple fronts. Startups, big tech, governments. Everyone wants a piece of the AI pie.
And it's a very expensive pie to get a piece of. Just the hardware and energy demands alone are huge. You need massive computing power, tons of data to train your AI, and a constant stream of investment.
It's not enough to have a good idea. You need the resources to back it up. That's where those partnerships and government initiatives like Stargate come in.
Exactly. Governments can help create an environment that encourages innovation in AI, providing the resources that companies need to develop and use AI solutions.
It's like we're on the verge of a tech revolution that could change everything.
We are, and while that Musk-Altman feud is grabbing the headlines, the development of AI is a global thing with huge consequences for all of us.
Okay, so we've covered the economic landscape, the main players, the competition driving all of this. But let's go back to the human side of things for a minute. What does this Musk-Altman rivalry tell us about innovation, ambition, the personalities driving the tech world?
So we've talked about all the money pouring into this AI race, but thinking about the human side of it, what's interesting to me about this Musk-Altman rivalry is it's like a bigger conflict within tech itself.
How so?
Well, on one side, you have that Silicon Valley push to innovate, move fast and break things. But then you have this growing awareness of the downsides of AI.
Right, like the ethical concerns and the need to develop AI responsibly.
Exactly. And I think Musk and Altman kind of embody these two sides of tech.
Yeah, that's a good point. You've got Musk always pushing the limits, taking risks, not always thinking about the consequences.
And then you have Altman, who's still ambitious and a visionary, but maybe a bit more cautious, more aware of the potential problems if AI just keeps advancing unchecked.
It's like two different approaches to progress, right? So this feud isn't just about ego, it's part of a much bigger conversation about AI. How do we balance the good with the bad? How do we use it for good and not create more problems than we solve?
That's the big question, isn't it? There's no easy answer.
And collaboration is key, but that can be hard in such a competitive field.
True, everyone wants to be number one. Sharing information can feel like you're losing your edge.
Exactly. But I think in the long run, we'll get further with AI if we work together.
I agree. This shouldn't be a zero-sum game. It's not about one company or one country winning.
It's about what benefits humanity as a whole, right?
Yes. Using AI to solve real problems, make lives better.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into AI, the Musk-Altman feud, what's the one thing you want our listener to remember?
I think it's crucial to realize just how important AI is. It has the power to completely change the world for good or bad. And as we move into this new world, we need to be careful, ethical, and work together.
A future full of exciting and maybe a little scary possibilities. And it's not just going to be about the tech itself, but also the decisions we make, how we collaborate, even the personalities involved.
Exactly. The story's still being written, and we all have a part to play in how it unfolds.
That's a great point to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI. And to our listeners, we leave you with this question. In this race for AI dominance, will we prioritize collaboration and ethics, or will the drive to win come at a cost?
Thank you for joining us on AI Breaking News. We're signing off for today, but we'll see you in the next episode with more analysis and breaking news. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and see you next time.